Hi, everyone. Welcome to our market update. My name is Vinnie. This guy over here, he's been MIA for about a week because we didn't have one on Friday. And Monday, I think he was gone. Yet, uh, hopefully, the knowledge that he dropped will make up for all the time that was lost. Thank you, David, for being here. Oh, I think we lost the sound on David. I don't know what's happening right now. His excitement basically shattered his sound. No, still no
We're
sound
back.
right there. Oh, there he is right there. All right, David.
There we go. Okay, so I'm honored to be here once again, and I hope everyone out there had a good Thanksgiving and good time with the family. And luckily enough, I'm going to share a story with you guys that has a not good outcome because sometimes even when you're buying a house and you do all the best precautions you can, things still go wrong. And I'm going to mention this because I just had to pay for a plumber, Vinny, to fix one of the main lines out of my house with a $2,000 bill because underneath the street by my house is filled with tree roots. And the city came out and said, not my problem, but you're welcome to fix it yourself. So
Hmm.
I don't know how many of you out there want to dig up your street and then dig a hole and then fix the main line outside your house, but most people don't. So the moral of the story is even 7 years ago, when this house was purchased and we did a piping inspection, which is worth its weight in gold, we would not have foreseen all the tree roots going underneath the street, which is funny, Vinny, because they were only underneath the street, not underneath the yard. So moral of the day, make
This,
sure you pay for your inspections.
yeah, I mean, life happens, things happen. All you can do is protect yourself. Make sure you have good insurance, home warranty, do your due diligence, do your inspection. Something you have to remind yourself: no property is perfect. You want to make sure the property is perfect for you, and over time, things are gonna go there. And that was a lot of cliches in a quick span. But anyways, before we get to
Wow.
that, I'm gonna use a new intro. Probably, yeah, we'll use this intro. And
Wow.
if
I
that
can
doesn't
just
make me smile, there we go. Right there. Look at this. See, David's
that
smiling like a crazy person. Okay, this was here for last week. David didn't have a chance to answer, uh, but this was the question for last week. How much of the most affordable detached home sell in National City so far this year?
ooh man.
Do you want to guess before I give the answer?
I'm gonna guess it's sold at 417,500.
353,000.
Should have bought that one, my friend.
There we go. Single family home. All right,
Was
now we're going
was
to
that was that a train wreck home though? Was there
yeah. It was only cash. It was bad condition. It was. I think you're buying mostly the land and maybe some of the structure.
how
So,
much to rehab that house? What was your estimate?
oh, I didn't do a deep dive into it. I mean, it was as long as the foundation's there and you can have, I guess, a structure of it, then you don't have to deal with too much of the permits and that kind of stuff. But
You know what, Vinny? That reminds me. You're so smart. You brought that up. For any of you out there who are looking at homes and you want to hire Vinny, and you look at it and you go, well, this home is a piece of beep, but it has a foundation with a couple sticks in it, like two by fours. You can do renovation loans and fix up those houses, and the money super cheap. So don't be deterred if you see the house that's perfect for you, but not in perfect condition, because renovation loans can make things perfect. How's that
yeah,
Cinderella story?
that is fantastic. I mean, you gotta imagine the possibilities. That's how I look when I look at myself in the mirror and I go, I can imagine the possibilities when I move around the midsection. Imagine the possibilities. All right.
I I'd like to imagine the possibilities if I was able to grow a beard or a mustache. I mean, I
Oh God.
imagine the possibilities of success would be much higher. than what they are now. So only some of you are to be able to grow them, and some of us are not.
No, this is
Anyway,
I've had this since the age of 5. All right. How much did the most expensive detached home sell in Paradise Hills so far this year? Most expensive in Paradise Hills. All right, text for your chance to win $50. But I know you guys come here for the money. I know you guys come here for the banter. But what you really come for is hearing about numbers, rates, and what's going on with the San Diego market. I'm gonna just jump in this really quick. Well, it's not new. It's not surprising. The cannibalization in the market is definitely taking over. Last week, we had a little over 600 properties new to the market. The demand of sitting consistently around that 700 mark has been going pretty strong. So yeah, I mean, I still think we're going to get under 1,800. I mean, might get to 1,700, which is going to be bonkers by the time it's the new year. But how are things looking with rates right now?
It's interesting, Vinny, you're bringing that up. And for those of you who didn't know, we've been in a pandemic. And you may have heard there's a new variant out. It has a similar name to like a Transformer, movie, Omnicron. But the good news why we're bringing this up is because actually it destroyed the markets today. And it basically brought interest rates down because a flight to safety does not mean like you're leaving your Prius and buying a full-size truck. That's not what I mean. What I mean is people looked at the stock market going downhill and they immediately ran bonds because they thought that this new Omnicron is going to spread all over. And so flight to safety went to bond, which means that interest rates ticked down a little bit, which is good because all the information that came out last week about inflation, and I know you've heard me and Vinnie talk about this, but inflation now is they're now saying it's at 7.4%, which for those of you out there who buy things and do stuff, that's kind of cheap because overall they were pricing some goods are now 30% higher in price. And why do I mention this in rates? Because it keeps making interest rates move up. And, for the first time, we got some relief today with the new Omicron that came out, the COVID variant. And so, I don't want to say this, Vinny, because I want people to be healthy. I don't want things to spread. And I definitely don't want to have, more issues with the lockdowns and stuff. But right now, if this virus has the new Omicron that slowly slows things down, you'll see interest rates maybe tick down a little bit, like 0.25%, because your normal rates now, it's all above threes, and your normal stuff is, 3.25, 3.5, 3.125. All those ads you hear out there about low twos, that's a lot of money for that, which the break-even point's not worth it. So overall, rates tick down a little bit. Don't hold your breath if things get back away from this whole disaster of the COVID thing. It's slowly going to keep ticking up because the Fed is limiting what it's buying now, and that is going to affect mortgage rates. And I hope it carries over to bring us more listings, my friend. That's what I'm hoping. I hope more people jump out and go, hey, I need to sell now while the rates are still low.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, get while the getting's good. We'll see how long it lasts. Inventory's going to go down before it starts going up. But we'll see how long that takes. And I mean, if you're looking for investment properties, I mean, San Diego, unless you're buying, multi-properties, you're putting a lot of cash on the properties. I mean, other states might be better for you. I've talked to some of my investors recently, and there's some other states that are going to give you a little bit better return right now. So really understand what you're looking to accomplish. Make sure you have a team on your side that's not going to actually push you into a property, but basically guide you to where you need to get to based off your goals and where you're looking to go. So thanks, you guys. Please subscribe. Please share. Reach us myself or David, and hopefully someone wins this week. Bye, guys.